exposed my friend for cheating with a married man. Now her wedding's off.
Bye-bye. Dunzo. Gone.
I, 35 female, and my friend R, 31 female, we'll call her Rachel, have been close for about 4 years. I'm married and she's engaged. Rachel enjoys Spanish music, and my husband is a well-known salsa dancer in his scene.
Spicy.
Ooh,
Spicy.
We've taken her dancing a couple times, and the three of us have become pretty close. By the way, this comes from user Tomatillo OK4633 on the r/OK Storytime subreddit. Recently, we all went to a salsa bar for my husband's friend's birthday party. Rachel's fiance couldn't make it as he was working. During the night, Rachel drank a whole jug of cocktails by herself and got pretty tipsy. This is where things got tricky. While I was on the dance floor with some girlfriends, my husband stood by our table. Rachel approached him, placed her hand on his chest, and started running it down while shaking her hips.
I'm on tonight.
Did a Shakira. She did a real quick Shakira.
Shakira.
My husband was visibly taken aback and took a small step backwards. She laughed and then walked away. I saw this happen, as did a few others, but I didn't think too much of it at first, since Rachel had also been dancing a bit provocatively with other men, including one of the band members, despite being engaged. After that incident, my husband felt uncomfortable and decided to leave the party early. He later told me how uneasy the situation made him, especially because he's known to be a conservative dancer who strictly follows social dance etiquette, meaning no inappropriate touching. We agree that I should have a conversation with Rachel to address the issue. When I reached out to her to meet in person, she kept postponing, so we eventually had a video call. During the conversation, I explained my husband's boundaries and reassured her that we knew she didn't mean any harm. We laughed it off, and she even offered to apologize, but I told her it wasn't necessary. We just wanted to set boundaries for future interactions. We ended the call on what I thought was a good note. However, 2 days later, she texted me saying she was hurt, that I would think she had other intentions. Then she dropped a bombshell. She uninvited both me and my husband from her wedding. Sounds like you don't want people who know about your habits to be at your wedding.
That's what I was going to say. She doesn't want her friends and fiance to find out.
Nobody with the inside scoop is allowed at the wedding.
Even though so many people witnessed it.
We were shocked. My husband and I have been there for Rachel and her fiance in many ways, from helping with the proposal to designing her wedding invites for free, and even vouching for her fiance's character in church so they could have a Catholic wedding. I tried calling Rachel to explain, but she ignored me, and her fiance followed suit. Since we have mutual friends, some of whom I'm closer to, I had no choice but to let them know I was uninvited. A few of them have now decided not to attend the wedding in solidarity. Here's where it gets more complicated. After our conversation, Rachel started hanging out at a bar with my husband's friends. Initially, we decided not to tell anyone about what happened because we thought she might just be stressed out due to the wedding. However, I always love a good however, she started telling them that I was very sensitive and insecure, which is why she decided not to have me at the wedding. She conveniently left out the part where she inappropriately touched my husband. Now, I feel guilty that she's losing friends at her wedding. However, I felt I had no other option but to explain why I was uninvited since she wouldn't communicate with me. Am I the a-hole here? I'm going to say no.
No.
Initial impression is
No.
But we have more story. I have an update. I had to tell one of my good friends, let's call her Freya. I told Freya what happened as she was invited to the wedding as well. She said she's not surprised by this behavior as Rachel has tried to be a little funny with her husband. Rachel and Freya's husband met at a birthday party, and she started teasing him in a playful manner. Her husband is a little quiet. She then added him on Instagram and tried chatting it up with him. He blocked her. She didn't want to let us all know because Rachel is someone who's very friendly and a social butterfly, so she felt maybe she was being a little conservative. But she said she didn't have a good gut feeling about Rachel. She and her husband rarely attend any events with Freya in it, and if she does, her husband refuses to be there to avoid any sort of drama. They have chose not to attend the wedding as well. And another update. So, looks like the momentum is starting to swing.
It looks like Rachel is just, she doesn't want to get married.
Update! The tea just keeps spilling. Firstly, I do want to thank everyone who left comments and advice, gave me some pretty good ideas that I almost executed, but your words gave me some peace and reassurance as I really felt like a horrible person when people started to boycott her wedding. So thank you for the kind words. There is an update. It's a little long, but bear with me. So I posted my story about a week ago, but to give you a timeline, the drama actually kicked off about a month ago. Fast forward to just a few days ago, and I get a text from Rachel's fiance at 1 a.m. Uh-oh. Yes, you read that right. 1 a.m. He's asking if my husband and I are awake because he has an emergency. Next thing I know, we're on a call. He starts asking us about a guy, let's call him D, who's a band member who frequently plays at the bar, and asked us for his number. My husband knows of him and has a mutual friend with D, but here's where it gets juicy. Turns out Rachel's fiance caught her lying about where she was one night. She'd been hanging out at D's house, of all places, and lied about being there. And what was her excuse? Oh, she was just dropping off one of my husband's friends. Rachel doesn't have a car and doesn't even drive, but she said she was just being a good friend because my husband's friend was wasted. But here's the kicker. Their friend lives a good 40 minutes away from D's place. You do the math. Basically, she lied and said my husband's friend lives there. It was actually D's house. Apparently, she was with D until 4 a.m. for drinks at his house alone. Did I mention D is married with 2 kids?
I want to say something about D's.
About D's nuts? His wife and children were conveniently out of town, which is classy, right?
Yeah, easy.
But wait, there's more. The lies don't stop there. Rachel's own bridesmaid caught her dancing inappropriately with D at the bar and saw them kiss. The bridesmaid and groomsmen were close friends of both Rachel and her fiance and has since been collecting receipts, evidence that Rachel has been emotionally cheating and lying to her fiance. Physically as well. They would kiss. They saw a kiss. Rachel eventually admitted to everything except sleeping with D, of course, because they didn't go that far, right? Yeah, that's believable. Her fiance wanted D's number to talk to him to confirm if what Rachel said is true. We didn't give his number because we don't have it, but he found it anyway. Her fiance is done with her. He can't trust her anymore. He's even gone as far as talking to her parents and calling off the wedding.
As you should.
This isn't the first time she cheated. She was engaged before and cheated on her previous fiance as well.
Rachel.
Some people just don't change. Back to Rachel's current fiance. Despite everything, he's been graceful enough to tell people that the split was mutual, trying to spare her from any public shame. And how does Rachel repay him for this kindness? By texting everyone she knows, claiming she called off the wedding because her ex-fiance is emotionally abusive and didn't trust her.
Oh, so she's cuckoo.
I think now it's time for the fiance to reveal the truth.
Oh, yeah.
If she's going to go on the warpath, the truth needs to be revealed.
She can't handle the truth.
I guess that's easier than admitting you've been sneaking out until 4 a.m. at another guy's house, right? At this point, my husband and I decided to tell his friends the truth because, of course, Rachel dragged their names into it too. And now that friend is angry because she was never that wasted and has never asked Rachel for help, nor did Rachel send her home at any point in time. She is ready to confront Rachel for using her as an alibi. And by the way, if you ever need an alibi, you can use coming to our stream at 3 p.m. PST every weekday on Facebook and YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch. All you got to do is tap on our profile in any one of those platforms, and you are in the live. The truth needs to be revealed.
The truth definitely needs to be revealed. Rachel is a compulsive liar, a compulsive cheater, and just a compulsive, terrible person.
Mm-hmm.
So I think everyone just leave her be.
Yeah, Rachel
let her go.
Rachel's very clearly the a-hole of this story.
She loves throwing people under the bus. Like anyone who she can throw under the bus, she'll throw under the bus.
Well, you cheat on one fiance.
But there's no bus to throw them under. That's the first thing.
Yeah, you cheat on another fiance. You keep cheating on your fiancés. You'll probably cheat on your next fiance. But I think in terms of OP being worried about like having the truth be out there and being like the ones kind of responsible for it, it's like if anyone gets mad, if they're directing anger at you, they should be directing it at Rachel.
Oh, 100%. No.
Really?
And you want to clear your name. You don't want to seem bad. And I think.
Well, they're clearing their name and the fiance's
Yeah,
name.
no, I was going to say the fiance deserves to not have any of this tarnished because he tried to go. I was like, oh, you know what? This sucks. Wedding's off.
Mhm.
Let's just be, friendly. No, she wants war. She's going to get war.
Let's finish the story. Honestly, I've had enough. I've been telling people what actually happened after the call because let's face it, Rachel doesn't deserve protection when all she does is throw everyone under the bus.
Hey.
Go to your shot. High five.
Boop. Like I call this as I sees it.
Her ex-fiance tried to spare her some dignity, but she chose deflection over reflection.
I love that.
If her shady behavior is out in the open now, that's on her. And there you have it. I didn't have to lift a finger. Wedding canceled. Her brides and groomsmen have all unfriended her. Friends lost. And all because she couldn't keep her lies straight. Karma did the heavy lifting this time. And that is the end of that story.
Good.
Good job. So glad that Rachel is gone.
We'll see you in the next one.